Started out so strong, really led by you guys. We were talking about winning ugly and everything, and then we know. But why did the defense suffer so much? You guys, were relatively healthy. I mean, I know Dunbar missed maybe 9 games. That was a big loss, but did you guys just wear down? Were you just on the field too much because of the offensive struggles? What really happened?
I'll say for the defensive end of things, I'll say it was a little thing. Lost connection, little things right in practice. And it started to show. I mean, I feel like if the little things aren't done at a certain way, they're going to turn into big things that are going to be hard to correct later in the year. So, I mean, it's really hard for me to put my finger on one thing, but there was a bunch of little things that we could be done, just like execution, communication. People underestimate how important having good communication is on the back end, to the linebackers, to the defensive line. And just little things like that are the reasons why we lost. I mean, if you look back at 4 of our losses, it's 2 plays or a play here and there that decided the game.
Right.
Did DJ have a legitimate gripe when he was complaining at the end of games? And
Jonathan always supported the coach, right? You always supported the staff.
Yeah, where do you stand on that?
Here's my thing. I'll ask you guys, if you guys publicly criticize your boss multiple times to the media,
right?
I mean, I highly doubt your boss is like that. Whether you believe you're right or wrong, I feel like there's a certain way you should go about it.
Right.
I mean, that's my opinion. If I have a problem with any of my coaches, I'm going to go sit in their office and talk to them about it. Not to say nothing bad about DJ, and people made it into this big me versus him. I love DJ. I love the guy. We had a different opinion, but that doesn't mean I think anything less of him. I mean, you have 80 guys in the locker room. Of course, everybody's not going to agree about everything. So we just looked at it 2 different ways.
Yeah.
But, I mean, still have a ton of respect for the guy and love the way he plays.
Was DJ going to the coaches and having sit-downs as well as publicly criticizing them?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
I know he was texting them.
But Jonathan, we're joined by Jonathan Allen from the Washington Redskins. The wiggle room for us is if we publicly criticize our boss, we can just say, we were joking. We were doing it for entertainment value. You don't really have that same wiggle room.
No. I don't think that would fly in this profession.
Right. And Jonathan, I don't expect you to criticize your coaches. I would never ask a player to do that. But what about when people accuse Jay of being such a player's coach, Camp Jay and all that, when DJ was saying things like other guys would come here and can't believe sort of how easy practice was. Do you have any comments on that? Can you compare practice here with the Redskins versus your practices at Alabama? Are there significant differences?
Yes, but I really don't feel like that's anything that's Jay's fault. I mean, if you look at Alabama, first of all, there's a lot less limitations. There was a lot less rules when I was there.
Right.
Coach Saban had a lot more power to do whatever he wanted to.
Right.
So from that aspect, he had a lot more power. Not to mention you have more guys. I mean, in the NFL, if you only have, 7 offensive linemen dressing for a game, 3 of them are hurt. I mean, you know what I mean? So there's a lot more tactics that go into it. Plus, in college, you have 130-something guys at practice.
Right.
So you're able to do more for less reps on guys. So there's a lot of changes from the collegiate to the NFL level that people have to look at. But, I mean, besides that, I mean, this is the only team I've been on. I'm happy with everything that's going. I feel like we're a couple plays here and there, a couple games here and there, going in the right direction. So, we're definitely going to focus on cleaning those little things up. But like I said, DJ's been in the league a long time, so he definitely has his views on things, and I have mine.
Right, for sure. What about, I don't know this, so it's been very publicized, right, that the NFLPA, and we're close friends with D. Smith, and negotiating less hitting for you guys. Player safety is a big issue. Now, some people complain that the other side of that is, well, the guy's not getting enough work. Maybe the games are suffering a little bit. In college, though, there isn't that regulation. How many days a week, on average, were you guys hitting in practice? So how much more hitting were you doing in Alabama versus what you're doing now at the pro level?
Well, I mean, we hit every day at Alabama. I mean, even on our Mondays when we just had helmets and shoulder pads, it was physical.
Right.
So every day you're hitting. And I like the physicality. I like, as a defensive lineman, I feel like I will have a better practice if I have pass because I feel more protected because regardless of what we're wearing, offense and defensive line are going to hit each other.
Right.
It just depends on if you have that extra protection or not. So I have no problem with hitting every day and I also see the other side of it. So it's not really my place to say.
Right.
I'm just going out there and just trying to do my job at a high level day in and day out.